Thank you very much, Margaret. And first of all, let me congratulate everyone who has pulled this evening together. Thank you, Tim, for your masterly class of navigating us all around. But a special thanks to David and to Patricia Earle, the Universal Peace Federation, to Robin, and of course to Margaret and to Keith. And before we all came live, I saw my dearest big brother, Lord Pyrick, and I saw a very, very dear friend, Carol Stone. So it's a great privilege to always share, even if it's only a few moments, but to be able to share time with you all. I just want to start by just saying, when we're born as babies, you put 10 babies from different backgrounds into a room together. Those babies have no idea what their history is, what their culture is. They're just babies. They don't discriminate. They reach out. Babies recognize other babies, but they certainly don't have any instinct of nastiness, of discrimination. And so society starts to build that in as they start to get older. And we have got no way of being able to stop that filter. So I am thrilled that this initiative of getting young people to engage meaningfully to build those bridges is so, so critical, because there comes a time where young people make a decision of the road that they're going to take. And that road is either very altruistic for themselves, or is altruistic for a much wider community. And that wider community has got to embrace people from all different backgrounds and all different faiths. What has COVID taught us all? COVID has taught us that nature, when it comes down hard, it doesn't discriminate which part of the world you are living in. It certainly doesn't discriminate on your religion, on anything that distinguishes you from another human being. First of all, poverty is probably the biggest discriminator of all for those that are losing lives. And I've just been watching as the vaccines have been coming out, how the buy-up with the Western richer nations has taken on buying huge amounts of vaccines for their countries, which is right and proper. But one person said something very clear, which has stuck in my mind. Until everybody has got the vaccine, we're not all going to be safe. So we can't be selfish, and we can't think that just because we've got the vaccine, we're going to be safe, because unless the 7 billion people on this planet have all been vaccinated, we are all still going to have this pandemic amongst us. So it's in our interests to build a society, which I think the pandemic has demonstrated for us, is that we need to be much more sharing, we need to be much more kinder, and we need to be much more embracing of each other's difficulties as well as each other's opportunities. And I'm in the middle of reading a book which is about transforming during a crisis. And this is a book on business, about how people from different backgrounds in business have looked at the COVID crisis and changed their business models. Now, if businesses can do it in such a short period of time, it is not beyond the wit of human beings to change our attitudes towards each other. And Keith, your opening remarks is something I'm going to end with. You know, we do know what is right from wrong. We all know what is right from wrong, but we tend to be very selective when it comes to being right for ourselves and right for others. And I think that it is time that we entrust in young people to start making choices from a much earlier age and saying, it isn't about what your faith does or does not do, but it is about us as human beings outside of our parameters of faith, of what do we do, how do we share, and what is it that we need to come together to combat. And I don't mean combat as in war, but combat as in fighting the injustices that we superimpose on other people. And I'm afraid to say that in recent years, political leaders across the world have not covered themselves in glory. And some of the leaders have been so outrageous that they have destroyed the belief of democratic processes. So my ask to all young people that are going to be involved in this project, first of all, to congratulate you for being there, because it takes special types of thinking to get you to actually come out of your comfort zones to ingrace yourselves with people of other faiths. Because it's very easy for us all to be comfortable with people we know and look like and sound like. So that bridge of building bridges across boundaries is a phenomenal title. To be able to actually give that title justice is going to take huge effort, huge determination, and huge wisdom from those that are around you to support you, but for you to bring on new ideas of what you want to see the world look like in the next decade, in the next decades, leading on to you then in imparting your wisdoms to the next generations. And Margaret, I'm going to stop on that because I think that, you know, this is such a big subject. It is such a huge subject that it cannot be given justice in words, only in deeds. Thank you very much.